Hello children, welcome back to my talks, and here again I'm with the second lecture with the life process. Okay, standard 10th. Standard 10th, first chapter of biology, okay, and second lecture. Last class, what we discussed was what is life process, okay, the whole life process, what you understand by it, and the complete movement and activities which takes place in living organisms. Now we'll take just one, that is nutrition. As I told you last class that we'll be taking 1 month process each day. So before we begin, again let me tell you, do subscribe the channel. If you have not till now, subscribe the channel so that you get the notification and you get the videos as soon as it is uploaded. Do that, share it with your friends, relatives, whoever it is, okay, and do put a like, because appreciate the effort. That is what I keep teaching also, and you must learn that. Okay, so nutrition now children. Last class what I told you is that for carrying out the different metabolic functions, energy is required. And how do we get energy? Energy we get through food. Okay, the food which we eat. Now the food which we eat, do you feel that as we take in, suppose you have eaten chole bhature last night. So if you have eaten chole bhature, how is that chole bhature going to provide energy to you? Okay, it has to be broken down into simplest of constituents. Okay, the complex food has to be broken down into simpler forms. So what? That is by the process of complete digestion. Now nutrition, when we talk about it is of two types. Okay, when we talk about it is of two types. One is autotrophic nutrition, okay, and the other one is heterotrophic. Now what do you understand by autotrophic nutrition? In autotrophic nutrition, children, all the plants and everything will come out. All those organisms which contain chlorophyll, which can carry out photosynthesis. Okay, so all those which can prepare the food, as I said, does not mean your mother cooks in the kitchen and she's autotrophic. No. Okay, we cook the food in the kitchen. That is with the products what we get it as a result of photosynthesis, isn't it? Chawal, dal, sabji, jo bhi hai, that is resultant of photosynthesis. So we make it into simpler form, digestible form. We cook it and then we have it. So that is again what is autotrophic nutrition. Okay, all those plants which carry out photosynthesis, which provide food for the whole of the world. So that is what is autotrophic nutrition. Now when we talk about nutrition, okay, autotrophic and heterotrophic, when we go to simplest of organisms, okay, there again we do not have the particular system. Okay, but here when we go to multicellular organisms, we have the particular system. Okay, and when we talk about the inorganic, normally the carbon compounds which we eat carbohydrates, we eat proteins, we eat fats. So all these components are complex compounds, you can say, carbon complex compounds. So they have to be broken down, and this breaking down definitely, breaking down into simpler forms provides energy for carrying out the different metabolic functions. So now this nutrition definitely plays a very, very important role in releasing of energy. The energy which is required. Now nutrition is related with food and food is related with energy. Okay, and this energy, what happens to the food? As we eat the food, it does not provide energy. So this food has to be broken down into simpler forms. So this has to be acted upon by oxygen. Now this oxygen, where you get oxidation, that is what it says. There are quite many reactions which takes place in the body. Okay, the oxidation reactions, the reduction reactions, all these reactions takes place inside the body with the help of oxygen. Now respiration also contributes its role, okay, in release of energy, that you can say. Okay, so this is what is normal, the processes which takes place in the body. Okay, and now let me come to autotrophic nutrition. I hope little you can say the directions I have given you, actually what happens over here, and let me come to the plants. As I told you, autotrophic nutrition normally is carried out by plants which are green in color. Okay, so all the plants which are green in color carry out photosynthesis, and all the parts in the plant which are green in color, sometimes the green stems, they also carry out presence of chlorophyll on the whole, you can say. Okay, and the reactions till now, whatever you must have studied, if you remember, what is the reaction? 6CO2 plus 6H2O will give C6H12O6 plus 6 oxygen. Okay, and water also. So what does it say? 6CO2, or you can balance it, CO2 plus H2O will give C6H12O6 plus oxygen plus water. Okay, so here it comes to 6CO2, here it comes to 12H2O, C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. Okay, so that is what is there. 6CO2, yes, in the textbook also it is. Okay, and here in the reaction it takes place in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. Got it, children? So these are the two, you can say, these are the two requirements, photosynthetic requirements. So during your exams, when they ask you that which of the photosynthetic reaction do you feel takes place in the plants, or what is photosynthetic reaction, or what is the process by which the plants prepare the food? Okay, it is photosynthesis, and the reaction which takes place is this. This is the requirement: carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and sunlight gives carbohydrate, okay, or sugar, glucose, whatever you say. Oxygen is released and water is also released. Okay, so then that is what is photosynthesis we talked about. Okay, preparation of food or preparation of glucose, or formation of glucose, carbohydrate, okay, in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight with the help of carbon dioxide and water. And that is why it is said that the maximum of oxygen which the environment receives is through the plants. Plants are the only source of oxygen, isn't it? So this is a byproduct. Oxygen is a byproduct of photosynthesis. Now again, children, in your textbook there are, just open your textbook and see, there are three reactions that I'll make you understand. First one is absorption of light energy. Okay, absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Now what is the function of chlorophyll molecules? Chlorophyll, that is the green pigment. So what does it do? It absorbs the light energy. It helps in trapping the sunlight. Okay, the light which falls, that it traps. And then the second point, what happens is, okay, the conversion of this light energy into chemical energy. Now this is the chemical product, this C6H12O6. So let me mark it with a different color pen. Okay, C6H12O6. Now this is this particular product, that is C6H12NO6. This is the chemical product. So conversion of light energy into chemical energy takes place. What was the first one? The first one is absorption of light energy, absorption or trapping of light energy by chlorophyll molecules. The second one was conversion of this light energy, that is sunlight energy, okay, into chemical energy. So that is the second point. And third is reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrates. So this carbohydrate may carbon dioxide also plays, this C of carbon, okay, that plays an important role in forming carbohydrate. Carbohydrate, maybe it is a carbon compound, and CO2 is also a carbon compound. So this carbon, okay, it helps in the formation of this carbohydrate. So that is what reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrate. These are the three reactions, children. These are the three steps, you can say, which normally takes place during photosynthesis. But one more thing, it is said that all these three reactions, all these three steps, these are the three steps, you can say, all these three steps does not take place one after another. पहला वाला क्या बोला था कि what did it say? That the chlorophyll molecules absorbs the sunlight. Okay, it's not that every time, first of all, the chlorophyll molecule will trap sunlight energy, then this and then the other one. No, in desert plants, what happens, you know, the carbon dioxide, normally they get it at night. So carbon dioxide, it traps at night and it forms an intermediate compound. एक intermediate compound बना के and it keeps. So the first thing is conversion of this carbon dioxide into an intermediate compound, and then they wait for the morning. In the morning, when the sunlight is available, then the sunlight acts upon it. acts upon the intermediate compound. So then the 3 steps पूरा उल्टा पुल्टा हो जाता है. सबसे पहले third step होता है desert plant में. Okay, then the first and second. So that is what it takes place in different plants. So the 3 steps वो किसी भी plant में, सारे plant में, अगर वो autotrophic है तो सब में होगा, but that is not the sequence कि एक के बाद एक ही होना है. तीनों आगे पीछे जैसे भी होगा, but these 3 steps will take place. So that is what. And then let me come. Okay, so how does it get the carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide कैसे होता है? Okay, all the green plants or all the green leaves, you can say, okay, they have a pore, the stomatal pore. They have small pores at the back, okay, and these pores normally are known as stomata. Just a rough sketch, children, because just in front of you I'm doing it. Okay, so these two, this one and this one, these two are guard cells. Guard cells are bean shaped. Okay, these are guard cells. These are the chloroplasts. Chloroplasts. This is the nucleus. Okay. This one, the gap, this is the stomatal pore, and these are the subsidiary cells. Subsidiary cells. Okay, so when this opens, okay, it traps carbon dioxide, and when it closes at night, it closes. Normally in the plants, desert plants में अलग होता है, so it closes. So no more carbon dioxide, means photosynthesis does not take place normally at night. So this is what is the structure. This is what is the structure, you can say. Okay, this is what is the structure of the stomata. Here we can write stomata. Got it? So stomata has got two bean-shaped guard cells. This is the stomatal pore. Okay, these two are the guard cells. This is the nucleus. These dot 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 are the chloroplasts, and these cells surrounding it as subsidiary cells. So the respiration normally is carried out in the plants with the help of these stomatas, which are present in the green leaves, in the lower surface normally of the green leaves. As you come up, as you take up biology in 12th and 11th, okay, I'll let you know that there are types of leaves where stomatas are present on both the surfaces. Okay, so but I'm not going to confuse you over here. So get to know only this much. So this is what is there. Now these are the two requirements which I told you. The carbon dioxide is also important. Even water is important. So how does it get water? With the help of the roots, it absorbs water. Nitrogen is important. Okay, nitrogen, phosphorus, all that it gets from the soil. So all these components, the sunlight it gets from the sun. So all the components are required for the process of photosynthesis. Which it gets. Okay, and in my other in just after this, I'll make a video, okay, for the two experiments which are important, the variegated leaf experiment and the other one, okay, the importance of carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. So that I'm going to do. I hope you have understood up till here. Okay, this was autotrophic nutrition. Okay, so enjoy watching, and again, as I told you, like, share and subscribe. Thank you all.